What's up, everybody? Welcome back to From the Crypt. I'm Derek, and today it is hot as heck in my house, so glasses might be coming off here and there because I keep fogging up like crazy. But that's not why you're all here. You're here today because I'm talking about another movie off of my 100 horror movie scratch-off poster. Today, I'm talking about Peeping Tom. It was released April 7th, 1960, and it was directed by Michael Powell. So, I am talking spoilers for a movie that came out in the 60s. 1960, if I'm being exact. It's 64 years old. If you haven't seen it, I don't know what to tell you at this point, but you've been warned. Anyways, quick plot synopsis. An aspiring cameraman is making a documentary on fear, and he records his victims. All right, where did I watch Peeping Tom? I watched Peeping Tom on Tubi for free, but that's not the only place that it is free on. It's on the Roku channel, and you can probably rent it from all the other usual places as well. Who's in Peeping Tom? Well, we've got Carl Boehm as Mark Lewis, Anna Massey as Helen Stevens, and Moira Shearer as Vivian. So, what's good about Peeping Tom? Carl Boehm was creepy. 100%, it's not like, oh, could he be a killer? Oh, no. He was, no doubt about it. 100%. I also liked that his weapon of choice was pretty unique. I mean, it was just, he would rip off a leg of his tripod, and then he could just get it straight up and then just boom, right into you. So that was cool. I like the originality there. Most movies you wonder oh, why is this killer operating the way that they are? Why are they crazy? This one does a really good job of actually explaining the fact that his dad was kind of a complete asshole and made him crazy. So very good on that front. And then I don't know if I just didn't pick up on this earlier in the movie and I should have, or if I got there right when I was supposed to, but the Helen's mother being blind, and so you lose one of your senses, your other senses are heightened. She could hear what he was doing upstairs, and when he would edit his movies and then run it back, she kind of had an idea as to what was going on, and that's why she did not want her daughter associating with him. But let's just go ahead and segue into what's bad about Peeping Tom. Helen. Now, she did not do a bad job acting-wise by any means. Her character, God, man, I'm not the world's most private person, and any of my friends can tell you that, they'll come in, go through my stuff, whatever, I'm fine with it. But somebody I don't know, literally just talked to for the first time, and then they're like, hey, what's this? Let me dig in this. Just going through everything. I was just back the fuck up. It's kind of giving me anxiety, and I don't quite get why. But, yeah, so that aspect of Helen's character did literally drive me insane. Now, due to the fact that this did come out in 1960, it is 1,000% tame compared to anything that we see today. So, like I've said in a bunch of other movies, and I don't like saying it because it feels like it's a cop-out almost, this would have been much more impactful had I'd seen it way before. I'm talking, I was 3 years old and I saw this. Then I could see it genuinely kind of creeping me out. But because it's the 60s, it's very, very tame. Why did he leave Vivian in the box? She's doing her whole dancing thing and he's setting up and taping her and then, starts with the leaves her in that box. And then they find her on set. Now, I know it was, he knew he would get caught eventually, and then he would record himself running into the spike and killing himself as the finale for his documentary. I didn't understand that. and it wasn't a fan of that one. Or even killing the girl that he like photographed, because he also took racy photos of ladies to make a little extra side cash. Killing her when only a few people knew, like, hey, I'm going to be up there with her. Who could it have been? I don't know. Maybe he was just wanting to get caught at that point. I don't know. And then this is just a minor gripe, because at the beginning of the movie, that's where we're introduced to the fact that he's taking these racy pictures above this drugstore or something. I can't remember exactly what kind of store it was. But this chick, like, was just facing the window the whole time while this other one's just yapping. And then she turns, and, I mean, the prosthetics, or at least it looked like prosthetics, it did not look good. But then in another shot, it looked fine. So just that little bit of, I was like, okay, that kind of course corrected it. That, not as big of a gripe, obviously. Now, lastly, there are quite a few movies out there that should never be touched in the forms of a reboot, remake, whatever you want to call it. This film, in my opinion, is not one of them. This film needs a remake, something fierce, especially just an overall update with technology and how everything is filmed and done now. I feel that could actually be really, really fun to do. And I've got a couple fan castings that I want to throw at everybody. Firstly, Alexander I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Calvert or Calvé, I don't know. He was Jack in Supernatural, so he's cool in my book. But then also he was a date raping like doucher in Gen V. So, but immediately when I saw the main character of this, I instantly went right to him. He'd be awesome. And then one other actress came to mind when I saw Helen, and that's Anya Taylor-Joy, which you guys know Jacob and I are big fans of Anya Taylor-Joy, and anytime she dabbles, comes back to the horror genre, it's always a treat. I would cast her as Helen. So, fill in the blanks around that, start with those two. You've got a solid-ass remake. You're welcome. So, rewatch by review. Would I rewatch this? Yeah, I could definitely see myself rewatching this. It's not something that I'm like, oh my god, I need to see again. But if it was just on, or once again, somebody, hey, I haven't seen that, and you did a review on it, can we watch it? Yeah, I will definitely watch it with you. Would I buy this? Yeah, I would definitely love to have it in the old collection. What score would I give it? I'm going to go with a 6. And that might seem harsh. I don't really think it is, though, because I've been, in the horror game for quite a while, and this was tame. I mean, it was really tame. I believe my first time I even knew about this movie was, I think it was Scream, the first Scream, where they're talking about the first slasher movie, and then they mentioned that Peeping Tom was the first time you'd seen through the killer's POV. If I'm wrong about the movie, please comment the right one down below, because haven't had time to go back and rewatch and obviously check that, but I'm pretty sure it's that. If it's not Scream, it's one of the Screams. But yeah, it's definitely tame, but I am 100% glad that I watched it and was able to check it off my list. Despite the 6, it was still a good movie. It just, I've seen better. That's all I got. But anyways, that'll do it for today, guys. Please make sure to comment down below. Have you seen Peeping Tom? What did you think? Do you disagree? If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like on it and consider subscribing, because we are always trying to grow the channel and do fun shit. And yeah, until next time, have a good one, guys.